Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. We've got some huge news coming out of Dallas today, something that could mark a historic moment for the Cowboys franchise and for one of the most unlikely heroes in the NFL right now. We're talking about kicker Brandon Aubrey, the man who's been absolutely lights out this season and could soon make history with a contract that shatters records. That's right, the Dallas Cowboys are reportedly preparing to make a major decision that could see Aubrey become the highest paid kicker in NFL history. Let's break down exactly what's happening, why the front office is seriously considering a massive extension, and what it means for the Cowboys moving forward. It's not often that a kicker becomes one of the biggest stories in Dallas, but Brandon Aubrey isn't just any kicker. Since the start of the 2025 season, he's been nothing short of phenomenal. He's nailed all 10 of his field goal attempts and has only missed one extra point out of 16 tries. And it's not like these kicks have been easy chip shots either. Aubrey has connected on 4 field goals of 50 yards or more, showing ice-cold precision under pressure. The consistency, the distance, and the composure he's displayed have made him one of the most dependable weapons on the Cowboys roster this season. In fact, if it weren't for Aubrey, Dallas might not even be sitting at 2-1 right now. His impact has been that crucial. Take Week 2 for example. The Cowboys were locked in a high-scoring thriller with the New York Giants, and it all came down to Aubrey's leg. With seconds left on the clock, he drilled a game-winning 46-yard field goal, sealing a 40-37 victory for Dallas. And that wasn't even his most impressive kick of the night. Earlier in that same game, he hit a stunning 64-yard field goal at the end of regulation to tie it up, keeping the Cowboys alive when hope seemed lost. Performances like that have made fans, analysts, and even team executives take notice. Now at 30 years old, Aubrey is in the final year of his contract, and the question swirling around the star in Frisco is whether the Cowboys will move quickly to lock him down long-term. And according to a new report from Spotrac's Michael Giannitti, that's exactly what they plan to do. Giannitti, who tracks NFL contracts and salary trends, predicts that Dallas is gearing up to make a historic move, one that could give Aubrey the richest kicker deal in league history. He wrote that Aubrey has been arguably the best kicker in football over the past 2+ seasons, and credited his accuracy, range, and reliability as reasons why Dallas simply can't afford to let him test the open market. Giannitti noted that Aubrey technically becomes a restricted free agent this coming March, meaning the Cowboys could place a tender on him, but it's unlikely to even get that far. The team, he says, is expected to waste no time locking up their star kicker on a multi-year, guaranteed contract. To put this into perspective, the largest kicker deal in NFL history currently belongs to Kansas City Chiefs' Harrison Butker, who signed a 4-year, $25.6 million extension that averages $6.4 million per year. But according to Giannitti's prediction, Aubrey has earned a deal that could go beyond those numbers. We're talking potentially a 4-year extension worth more than $26 million, a record-breaking sum for any kicker in league history. And let's be honest, if anyone deserves that kind of deal right now, it's Brandon Aubrey. His journey alone is something straight out of a sports movie. Remember, this is a guy who wasn't even drafted. He joined the Cowboys as an undrafted free agent back in 2023, and since then, he's defied all odds. From being a relative unknown to becoming one of the most consistent and clutch performers in the NFL, Aubrey's rise has been nothing short of incredible. It's rare for a kicker to become a team's difference maker week after week, but Aubrey has done just that. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones was recently asked about the possibility of a long-term deal, and while he didn't make any official announcements, he gave a telling response. Jones said, "We'll be looking at that," following Aubrey's game-winning performance against the Giants. That simple line speaks volumes. Jones knows how valuable consistency is in a league where one bad kick can decide a season. For a team like the Cowboys, who have been in their fair share of close games, having a kicker who can deliver under pressure is worth its weight in gold. Financially, the Cowboys are in an excellent position to make this move happen. According to Spotrac, Dallas currently has over $31 million in available cap space, giving them plenty of room to reward Aubrey without sacrificing other key roster needs. With big contracts already on the books for Dak Prescott, Micah Parsons, and CeeDee Lamb, finding balance in their salary structure is always a challenge, but when a player like Aubrey proves his worth in game-winning fashion, it's the kind of deal that makes sense both on and off the field. There's also the psychological impact to consider. Kickers often operate under intense pressure. One miss can define a season, while one perfect kick can make a legacy. For the Cowboys, who have had their share of kicking issues over the years, stability at that position brings a level of confidence that spreads throughout the entire team. Every time Aubrey steps on the field, his teammates know that if the game comes down to him, they've got a real shot at victory. That kind of reliability doesn't just help the scoreboard, it boosts morale, momentum, and trust in the locker room. Fans are already calling Aubrey one of the unsung heroes of the season. His calm demeanor and pinpoint accuracy have made him a fan favorite. Social media has been buzzing with praise for his performances, with many calling him the best kicker in the NFL right now. For a team known for its offensive stars and defensive playmakers, it's refreshing to see a special teams player getting this much recognition. And it's not just hype, the stats back it up. A perfect 10 for 10 on field goals, a 64-yarder that still has people talking, and game-winning performances that directly shaped Dallas's record. If this contract extension does happen, it would not only reward Aubrey for his hard work but also send a message to the rest of the league that the Cowboys value precision, composure, and clutch performance just as much as raw athleticism. In an era where kickers are often underappreciated until they miss, Dallas could be setting a new standard by paying top dollar for excellence. It's a fascinating turnaround for a player who once seemed like just another name on the roster. Now, he's potentially about to enter the record books as the highest-paid kicker in the NFL. The timing couldn't be better either. The Cowboys are trying to make a serious playoff push this year, and locking in their special teams anchor gives them stability heading into the back half of the season. A long-term deal could also help Aubrey focus solely on football, without the distraction of contract questions lingering over him. As the Cowboys look ahead to upcoming matchups, having a reliable kicker like Aubrey might be one of their most valuable assets. Whether it's a clutch moment late in December or a playoff game that comes down to one final kick, every point will matter. And if history has shown us anything, it's that games and sometimes entire seasons can be decided by the narrow margin of a single field goal. With Aubrey on their side, Dallas fans have every reason to feel confident when the pressure's on. So as we wait for official word from Jerry Jones and the front office, one thing is crystal clear: Brandon Aubrey's journey from undrafted underdog to record-breaking kicker is one of the most inspiring stories in football right now. The Cowboys seem ready to reward that excellence, and if the reports are true, he could soon sign a deal that not only changes his life but also reshapes the market for kickers across the league. That's the latest from Dallas, where it looks like the Cowboys might just be on the verge of making NFL history. What do you think? Should Dallas make Brandon Aubrey the highest-paid kicker in football? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of the latest Cowboys news, updates, and analysis. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.